Coming up on BG Today, the university stays up to date on its vaccination clinics, how you can get boosted throughout October.
And the aviation program announces a big partnership, how students will benefit in the coming years.
Plus, Falcon Football takes on the Miami Redhawks in what head coach Scott Leffler says is a must-win game as BG continues through their MAC schedule.
Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
And welcome to BG Today. I'm Claire Mitchell.
And I'm Steve Iwanek. Bowling Green State University reminds students of its risk reduction resources following a groping incident. BGSU police say a male student reported an unknown male reaching into the shower stall on Friday. The university offered information on sexual assault prevention in addition to spotlighting its See It, Hear It, Report It policy and report form access. If you witness a crime being committed, you are urged to call 911. Sexual assaults that occur on campus should be reported to BGSU police at the phone number listed below.
Undergraduate student government has a new Speaker of the Senate. Jillian Anderson was elected at Monday's USG meeting, along with 4 other new senators. BGSU Title IX coordinator Lakeisha Downlin was also in attendance, but she says there's been an emphasis on sexual violence and sex-based discrimination within the program. Novel Blends is hosting a play in collaboration with The Cocoon this Sunday. I Dream Before I Stand follows the cross-examination of a woman's testimony in a sexual assault case. Admission is free, but donations are always accepted. Doors open at 5:30.
In our continuing coverage of the proposed anti-discrimination city ordinance, BG24 spoke to Nick Rubando on why he introduced the ordinance and how it impacts students. Reporter Sophia Walcher has the details.
Inviting, involved, authentic. These are just some of the words you think of when picturing the quaint town of Bowling Green, Ohio. Now, Councilman Nick Rubando is seeking to add one more adjective to that list: protective. It's the reason he's introducing a new unlawful discrimination ordinance. If adopted, it would amend the definition of discrimination to include pregnancy, childbirth, or other sexual or reproductive health decisions. For Rubando, this type of legislation is a necessity for the community.
A lot of members in this community were worried that their rights were going to be trampled upon, and I thought that was really important. So I had meetings with individuals. There's an organization called Bowling Green Persists that was very transparent in this. There was an organization, the Bowling Green Democrats, as well as an organization called Pro-Choice Ohio.
But some council members don't agree. Councilman Greg Robinette shared a statement with BG24 saying, quote, "I do not believe that there is a category of person, pregnant or not pregnant, in Bowling Green who is not clearly and specifically protected by Chapter 39. This ordinance would not only affect the community, but BG students as well." Rubando, who represents Ward 1, the area encompassing the university, shares how this influences those on campus.
So, it's important for students to feel protected, and also, there's a lot of great minds at BGSU, and we want them to feel like they can stay here in Bowling Green after they graduate, and they're not going to do that if this isn't a welcoming place that protects their rights. So we want to make sure that students feel welcome in this community and continue to feel welcome in this community even after they graduate.
The ordinance must be discussed at additional city council meetings before it goes up for a vote. Reporting for BG24, I'm Sophia Walcher.
And as one piece of legislation makes its way to the voting stage, we're reminded of another way those on campus and in the community can be civically engaged. Early voting has started and lasts up until Election Day. You can vote at the Wood County Board of Elections. That's on the courthouse on Prospect Street. And mark your calendars for Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th. You can find your polling station online. Just don't forget to bring a form of ID to the voting booth.
Are you up to date on your annual vaccines? Well, BGSU is partnering with the Wood County Hospital and Health Department to offer walk-in clinics this month. COVID-19 and flu shots will be administered Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Union Skybank Room and the following Friday at the Wellness Connections Welloween event.
BGSU is partnering with one of the nation's largest airlines. The university announced a partnership with Republic Airways in hopes to create a workforce pipeline for aviation students. Now, future pilots can receive conditional job offers as early as their second year. Students and staff are excited to say the least on the ending of the Worcester Street construction project.
Yes, we spoke to Falcons to hear their experience in reaction to the past month of traveling in and out of the university. Let's take a look. A major construction project is nearing the finish line. The $2.6 million paving project on Worcester Street dropped traffic to one lane and closed several intersections and side streets. Since the start of the construction on September 22nd, BGSU students and staff have had to navigate a new route to campus and adjust to a longer commute time. BGSU student McCrae Brown said the construction made it not only challenging to get to class, but also to limit his spending as a college student.
It makes it a lot longer to get to class, and my car does not get good gas mileage, so it's a lot more stressful on my budget as well, because it takes a lot longer. I have to go out of my way sometimes, and it's just terrible.
The assignment was initially set to begin in the summer of 2022, but due to complications with the asphalt mix, the city proposed the September start date. With Worcester being a popular route to campus, students and staff are frustrated with the timing of such a large-scale project.
So I normally just avoid Worcester just because of the traffic of it, because it's the main street. So whichever way is quickest, which is not the main street anymore.
Even BGSU President Rodney Rogers saw a longer commute home, but found a way to pass the time while sitting in traffic.
West is closed. When I commute home, it has extended my commute home by maybe a minute and a half.
Wow.
And when you live in a small college town, that's a long time. But I get to listen to my favorite tunes.
Now, Worcester Street is set to be completed at the end of October, but until then, if you find yourself stuck in traffic, maybe take President Rogers' advice and plug in those tunes. As part of BGSU's Green Initiative for Sustainability Month, the Carillon is introducing a new way to eat at the dining hall. Trade a ticket in for a meal, then take it home. For the first time on campus, the university is offering a system to take leftovers home for a one-time fee and free cleaning. BGSU's manager of sustainability explains how Ozzy works in action.
You get a reusable container, maybe even more than one, that when you finish with that reusable container, you bring it back to the little kiosk in Carillon Place, deposit it into that, and you get another sanitized one to use for to go. So it has the potential for reducing waste through reuse, which is actually even better than recycling, right? Because you're not having to take some sort of product and figure out what to do with it.
You can purchase an Ozzy container for $5 at the front of the Carillon Dining Hall. Pass it on over to Aaron. We are seeing some chilly days at the start of this week, hoping to see that weather sort of climb as we head into the weekend. Aaron, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Claire. Good afternoon, BG. We are experiencing another dreary day as we are seeing 60% chance of showers with the high only reaching 44 and the low of a freezing 31. Today's winds of 16 to 18 miles per hour will make it feel much chillier today. However, winds will drop tonight to a more modest 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, we will begin to see the skies clear up and the temperatures go up a little bit. The high will be 52 and the low of 37. The winds will also be much calmer than they are today. This will only be reaching about 11 miles per hour. This will eliminate the nasty wind chill we have been experiencing the past few days. For those of you who enjoy warmer weather, you will like the weather on Friday and Saturday. Friday, we will have a high of 65 and a low of 49 with mostly sunny skies. Saturday will be even nicer with sunny skies. A high of 72 and a low of 55. Enjoy this weather while it lasts because it won't be here for very long. Winter is coming. Are you excited for this winter, Claire?
You know, Aaron, I hope I don't offend you as the weatherman. Winter, maybe not my thing. I'm more of a fall girl. I can kind of hang out in the fall time for as long as possible. But thank you so much, Aaron. We're looking forward to seeing those temperatures climb as we head into the weekend. So we're going to switch gears as the calendar gets closer and closer to Halloween. There's an event on campus that might just help you explore your spooky side. Ooh. The Pop Culture Library is displaying an exhibit on monstrous women throughout the rest of the month. It explores the history of women in culture and folklore and how the definition of monster applies to those women. Plus, students who visit are able to enter in a free prize raffle.
Well, coming up in sports, BGSU football earned a huge win on Saturday.
And volleyball continues to roll along in the MAC, Steve.
All that and more coming up after the break.
Falcon Media allows anybody, regardless of their major, to kind of share their interests in a forum where they can be as professional or as relaxed as they want and really just make connections.
Through the radio, I was able to have my own radio show and talk about things that I want to talk about, and then I could also report and learn more about what's happening in the community with BG24. So it's kind of like a perfect mix of how can I use what I'm passionate about to serve the people around me.
But people who had similar goals and people I could learn from and feed off of and kind of expand, grow my tool belt, if you will, kind of learn from people who are going to school for the exact same thing I was.
Falcon Media is great. It allows people of all groups come together and make content. It allows them to explore their interests and give them valuable skills they can use out in the real field, especially if they have an interest for broadcast journalism or print journalism.
Welcome back to BG Today. I'm Jenna DeBlasi. For the first time since 2015, Falcon Football currently has a winning record within the MAC. The Orange and Brown advanced to 3-4 on the season with a 17-13 win over the Miami Redhawks at Deutsch Perry Stadium. The Falcons rushed for 176 yards, which is the most the Redhawks have given up all season. Head coach Scott Loeffler said that the Falcons took a step in the right direction.
But we made some strides as a team, and that's really, really important. So it was some old school football today. Two good defenses. Super proud of the offense in terms of running the ball. I think the most that I think Kentucky ran for the most. I think it was 120 yards, that or Kent State, and we ran for 176 yards. And we're going to have to do that. I mean, we got great skill guys. They didn't catch the ball particularly well today, but when we get to November, when it's raining like hell, snowing sideways, there's 5 people in the stands from action, you're going to have to find a way to run the ball. And you're going to have to find a way to be motivated on the sideline. And so I'm really proud and I'm really happy that we made a jump in our program.
Bowling Green will head to Central Michigan on Saturday with kickoff set for 1 p.m. This weekend, the BGSU women's soccer team battled the Buffalo Bulls, who currently lead the MAC. The contest would result in a scoreless draw. The Falcons now sit 5th in the conference, looking to fight for a postseason spot against Miami for their last home game of the season. Falcon hockey cancels their exhibition game against the Adrian Bulldogs this Saturday. The Falcons have 11 of their 28-man roster currently injured. Due to this setback, the Orange and Brown do not have enough skaters on the ice to play a full game. Head coach Ty Eigner goes into detail about the state of their team.
Of our 4 goalies, Zach's coming off of surgery. Christian had cut his finger, and so he's still dealing with that. So 2 of, and then Sam Avola didn't practice for part of last week. So 3 of our 4 goalies were dealing with something. 3 of our 5 or 8 defensemen were dealing with something, and then we're down 4. So it was a, I don't want to say perfect storm because that would mean it was good. It was the imperfect storm for us. It was a situation where our health and long term, we had to look out for what we believed was in our team's best interest.
The BGSU women's volleyball team secured their 3rd consecutive win against Central Michigan, advancing to a 12-7 record. Senior outside hitter Petra Androva would pace the Orange and Brown with a team-high 26 kills over the weekend. Head coach Daniela Tomic describes the impact her star player makes each and every night.
She brings so much value to our team. 6 rotation outside, right side, serve receives in 6 rotations. Plays really, her defense has improved. Offensively, every team has to prepare for her. Offensively, very high IQ, volleyball IQ.
The Falcons will host the Miami Redhawks tonight with first serve set for 6 p.m. As we are more than halfway through the season, let's take a look at the MAC East Division volleyball standings. Your Bowling Green Falcons are at the top of the conference, going 7-1 in conference play. Ohio University is not far behind, sitting in 2nd. Kent State, Buffalo, and Akron remain in the middle, and Miami sits in 6th with 1 win and 7 losses in MAC matchups. That's it for sports this week. Steve?
Jenna, thank you so much. Before we go, here is a look at what's happening in the area this weekend. In sports, the men's soccer team is hosting Chicago State on Friday night at 7 p.m. A reminder that the soccer games are free admission, so go out and cheer on your Falcons.
And want to get scared? Let's take a walk through the Fear Distracted Haunted House on North Main Street. The event is happening from 7 to 11:30 on Friday, Saturday, and until 10:30 on Sunday. For tickets, visit www.feardistracted.com.
And chug on over to Findlay this weekend for the NWOA Halloween Express, hosted by the Northwest Ohio Railroad Preservation. Families can sit back, enjoy some candy, and enjoy a ride on a train as they see jack-o'-lanterns, skeletons, and ghosts after dark. Tickets are $3 for adults and $2 for kids 12 and under. The rides are happening Friday and Saturday from 6:30 to 9. Well, that's it today for BG Today. Follow us for the latest news on Twitter at BG24TV or find us on the web at bgfalconmedia.com.
And we will be back next week with updates from around Bowling Green and Wood County. Have a good afternoon.